Hello and welcome to the AFL Auto Blends 3D car creation channel. This is episode 17 in a series of tutorials I'm doing on the 1905 Star Gordon Bennett racing car. In the previous episode I discussed basically where I'd got to on the project and what was going to happen next. I'm aware that people are probably getting bored of the chassis, so we're going to dip in and out of the chassis in future episodes. But in this episode, I've decided to model the fuel tank. If we have a quick look at the fuel tank, it's fairly simple. It's actually, if you look at this image, it's not round, it's elliptical. So what I've done previously I'll just get rid of and start again. But if we look at this, it's got a little ridge around here. It looks like this face is indented in towards, so it's just to bring that detail in. And that's what I'm hoping to get done in this episode, just those bits and pieces. In the future we'll be looking at the rivets, this cutout which I'm not sure what's for, but presumably it was when it was manufactured they cut a hole in it to do various bits and pieces inside, then just simply rivet it back. We will be looking at the straps, but not this episode. That will be in the final detailing, and we'll also be looking at the filler tank and the valve that takes the petrol into the engine. Okay, so there's quite a lot of detail on this vehicle. It's not the most simple of vehicles to do, but anyway, we'll get into it. So also, whilst just if you haven't got the material to hand or haven't googled it or anything, as I move along, just screen grab. Okay, let's start. So we'll get into side view, and that's where I pitched the original cylinder, original tank. So just highlight that, press X and delete it. So we'll start from fresh here. Yes, we can't see it all, but I'm assuming it goes down to about here. So we'll shift an A and add in a mesh in object mode, a mesh cylinder. Immediately go down to here. I don't want 32 vertices. I'm going to put in 16. And then we'll scale it down. So scale, and then just move it roughly into place. So there we are. And what I do is I'm going to scale it down so it's a bit more near to the size. What I'm trying to do is get that. And that looks pretty good to me, because what we'll do is shape the side panels. We'll shape the side panels to suit. Right, so go into top view now. What we're going to do is go into edit mode. So press the tab key, go into edit mode. I'm going to put a loop cut all the way down the centre, because we'll mirror this. Okay, so put loop cut down the centre, B for box select, range select, and then select those and delete the vertices. So we've got this. So if you go into object mode, we'll add in a modifier, and you come down to this little wrench, this little this wrench here, click on that, go into add modifier and add in your mirror modifier. Okay, let's move me out of the way. It's important to click clipping, because what that does is, if you've got vertices here and you want them to go to the middle, so it mirrors, if you didn't add clipping, it would just simply go further that way. What clipping does is actually lock them into place once you move them. Okay, so we're here. So that's all done. So the mirror is on the, where are we? Where is it showing? It's not showing, is it? There it is, on the Z-axis for some strange reason. Right. Okay, so we've got our mirror in. So if we press Z on the keyboard, Z on the keyboard, that's where we are at the moment. Okay, so with that in mind, let's grab, so go into wireframe mode. In wireframe mode, press B, range select. If you didn't press B, if you didn't press it in solid, if you did it in solid mode, you'd only select what you could see. So this way, if it's in invisible mode, you'll select everything that's in that range. Okay, so we pull this out. Now let's put my let's put the chassis on to see. I want to get this in reasonable. So I'll put the main body on. That's near enough at this stage, I think. We can always extend it, even with the detail. We can always extend it if we need to. Excuse me. Okay. So here we are. We've got a basic cylinder, and it's roughly in place. But I'll just move it. So we're equidistant here to here. Okay, now we're going to scale it in the Y, axis. So S, Y, and just scale it. Keep moving until we're here, and that's roughly our shape. If we go into solid mode, that's roughly our shape. Okay, so we've got that. Now, what we need to do now is to add some loop cuts. So if we go to top view, a little way in, there was that ridge. So there's a ridge right at the end there. So what I'm going to do is put a supporting loop cut in. So press Control and R and take that all the way and get it reasonably close, so that'll do. Now we'll put another loop cut in, which is a little way in, around there, and then another one to about there. Okay, right. Now what we need to do is to highlight that and highlight that. Okay, go into side view, and we're going to move them. So we're going to move them in the G, but we're going to scale it. So if we just press S, so I'm going to go into, just to get control of it, take the blueprints away for a while. Actually that needs to be a lot closer, so press Alt and range select and GG and move it in, press GG and move it in closer to about there. Press Shift Alt and left mouse button to get the whole lot. Okay, now we're going to scale. Actually, we need a supporting loop here, so before we do that, put another supporting loop in here and bring it across. And then now we're going to click out of everything, press Alt, select your first line, press Alt and Shift and select your next line, and then press Scale, and then just pull it out. Right, what we need to do is go into boundary box center first, so S, and pull it out. Right, so what we need to do now is to move these closer. So press G twice and bring it in fairly close. Grab this one, Alt and R, G twice, and bring that one in fairly close. Okay, so if we're looking here, that one needs to be closer. So GG, bring it in really close. Now this one, same. Oh, and press E and F. So GG, E, F. So it aligns this way. It's gone all the way over here now. Here it comes. Bring it as close as you can. So this one could go a little even closer. So GG, E, and just bring it in. Hold the Shift button if you need to while you're dragging, just to give finer movement, and drop it there. Okay, so let's see where we are. I think now we'll add in a another modifier. We'll add in a subdivision surface. So I've added that in. Take this away. Already done a lot, is it? Right, let's select these again. So select that, and scale again, scale, bring it out to about here. That's better, you can see it actually working now. So bring it out to about here. Now press the subdivision surface again. Press up here, go into object mode, press shade smooth, and that's a start. It's too near the edge really, but that is because I haven't got a supporting edge loop here. So we'll put a supporting edge loop here, bring that all the way across, fairly close. Now we'll press, there we go. So that's our little rib there. Now with a subdivision we want it to be quite a bit smoother than that. So press this button on your levels viewport, go up to 2. In most of the tutorials I go viewport 2 and render 3. So set it there. Optimal display, don't need that on. Okay, so there we are with our fuel tank. Now go back into edit mode. So here, go back into edit mode. Get close up and choose the, let's take the subdivision off. And the mirror, we don't need that on. So go here, press Alt and left mouse button and select your, I'm going to side view. Now to add loop cuts in this plane, you indent it. So press I, and then press I and put a supporting loop there, so don't want that too far away. So there, press I again and come in again, a bit more. I'll put that in fairly close because that's the line we want to pull in. So I again, and then I just keep going until it's quite small. I again. There we go. Okay, so now we'll grab these. So we'll select this. A little tip, if you want to select, so we got that inner row selected, so just press Control and plus on your numpad and you'll go up in one at a time. Okay, so go there and just simply take it in. Let's get rid of the body because that's going to be shaped a bit differently anyway. So press Tab, select the body, hide it. So we'll go into here now. Subdivision, mirror. Okay, so that's the start of our fuel tank. So that's done. And put it on our body, put the image planes back on, press Z to go into wireframe. There we are. That's our fuel tank, and this will be a good template to shape this around rather than do this and then try to fit the fuel tank in. Okay, so that was a nice easy one, but we've got a decent looking fuel tank. Okay, thanks for watching.